What's up, guys? I know it's been a while and I hate that it's been a while, but here we are, late again. But that's okay, because late, or this concept of late, is what I want to talk about today. Boom, roll the intro. Wait a minute. I think I nailed the lighting, right? I added a little lighting thing here, and I really, I got this ND filter, so can really dial in my lighting. I just wanted to mention that. And because I don't know, I'm proud of it, so I want to mention it. I'm not really proud of a lot of things. I guess I am, because I mentioned a lot of things, but roll the intro. Boom. This week I got a notification on my phone saying congratulations for 1 year being on YouTube, and I think I was supposed to feel congratulated or proud. Instead, I felt nothing. If anything, I felt a little bit bad, because I know that I didn't put as much effort into this as I wanted to. And when I started this journey, I had set some very clear goals that I thought were achievable within a year. One being, I wanted this many number of followers and I wanted this many number of videos. Now, the number of followers I don't really have control over, so I think that was just a bad goal to set. But I do have complete control over how many videos I make, and for that I can only blame myself.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Theodore Roosevelt.
In the past, I might have been able to say I don't have the right camera, I don't have the right lighting equipment, I don't have the right audio equipment, I don't have the time. But that really wasn't the case here for these videos. I had all of the time, and I definitely have all of the gear. And a lot of the battle with creating was just within my own head. My friends, who are very, very nice to me, always tell me things like, we love watching your videos, don't ever stop vlogging, I hope you never give up on your dreams. Jules, who is the most supportive partner anyone could ever ask for, is always telling me things like, look how many videos you've made so far. Last year was not a waste. You've improved so much on your filmmaking. But when I hear these statements, they don't actually really ever make me feel better. And I just feel like an asshole because of it. I think part of the reason is when people tell me that I'm doing great, I feel like I'm supposed to feel great. But inside, I don't feel like I'm great at all. I just feel like a failure. And that mismatch of feeling like I'm supposed to feel great and not really feeling it makes me feel like there's something wrong with me. It makes me feel like I'm ungrateful. It makes me just feel like an asshole, and it makes me not want to do this.
The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing that you will make one. Albert Hubbard.
The first question that I ask myself a lot is, why should I be proud? I have really nothing to show for. The second thing that I think of a lot is, why can't I be proud of myself like the way they are proud of me? And I think a part of this comes from comparing myself to a version of myself that I thought I would be. Like right now, I'm comparing myself to a version of myself that I thought would have 100 videos and 5,000 subscribers. But in reality, that version of myself doesn't exist. This 1 year timeline that I set for myself is just made up in my own head. But because I'm always judging myself on how well I adhere to these timelines and make my goals, it makes me very, very hard on myself in the most negative way. I wonder if that comes from my parents. I have no idea. If I didn't reach a certain goal by the time they wanted, were they extra hard on me? Is that how I grew up? I probably don't even have a good memory of it, because if I did, I would have just avoided it or something. Yeah, that's what you talk about in therapy.
We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca.
Ever since I was a young kid, I've always set these timelines for myself. By this age, I would have this kind of car, by this age I would have this much money, and by this age I would be somewhere else in my career. And in a way, you could say I've achieved all these goals, but at every single one of those stages, I've always felt like I was always behind, because in my head, I was always comparing myself to a version of me that didn't exist, a version of me that was already ahead of me. And so I guess what I want to say is that if you're caught in the same situation as me, don't compare yourself with a made-up version of you, because that doesn't really exist. Don't compare yourself to someone else who's maybe achieved your goals, and you set your goals according to what they did. But that's not really your own goal, it's their goal and what they did. For them, it might not have even been a goal, they just did it. I'm still figuring out what the best way is to set my goals according to a timeline, because I do feel like you need to have timelines for goals, but being okay when things don't turn out like I expected, and making sure I'm not comparing myself to a version that doesn't exist. I have to constantly tell myself, this is exactly where you're supposed to be, this is the best version of events that could have happened, which is not necessarily true, but I have to tell myself that, and be okay with it. And that's really, really difficult. I wish I can jump into a year from now and see that version of me and compare him to right now. He would probably make fun of how depressed or how dumb I felt at the moment, because I always feel like my past self was stupid. But even now, look at me, I'm already comparing myself to a version that doesn't exist. I don't know.
It is never too late to be what you might have been. George Eliot.
I guess I don't actually have a solution or a fix to the problem that I'm describing, but this issue has been weighing me down and just like completely shutting me down for the past 2 weeks. And I just had to get this message out into the real world with the hopes of finding, like, if there is for some reason one person that the algorithm finds who needs to hear this message, you are not behind. Don't compare yourself to someone that doesn't exist. When you set those timelines for yourself, you have no idea the things that are gonna get in your way, and it's just a made up timeline. You are right where you are supposed to be, and so just one step forward at a time. That's all that is. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bounces one up the middle.
Double play! Double play! We win!